Hello and welcome again. Today we will continue talking about the Palestinian struggle. So we are going to start with a question: who is responsible for the sufferings of Palestinians? To answer this question, firstly, we are going to look into how the conflict began in Palestine. So before before the establishment of Israel in 1948, dating back to Napoleon's invasion of the Arab world in 1799, he made a proclamation offering Palestine as a homeland for Jews under French protection. This was done with the intention of gaining control over the region and exerting significant French influence. What we understand here is everything is about power and control, and that was exactly what Napoleon wanted: power and control. You might wondering who Napoleon was. Napoleon was a French military and political leader who rose to prominence during the French Revolution. He eventually became the de facto ruler of France, serving as a first consul from 1799 to 1804, and then emperor from 1804 to 1814. However, despite Napoleon's plan to create a Jewish state, his idea did not come to reality until the 19th century, when Britain played a significant role in reviving the idea of Jewish state. The British ruled Palestine for approximately 30 years, from 1917 to 1948. The year 1948 marks the official beginning of Palestinian suffering, because that is the year of great catastrophe for Palestinians, the year of Nakba, which means catastrophe. But before we continue, you may have a lingering question about the population of Jewish during that period, and how Arabs and Jews managed to coexist in the region. Before 1933, the population of Palestine was estimated to be around 1.2 million people, with a Jewish population comprising approximately 17% of the number. However, my question revolves around whether there was a warlike conflict between these two ethnic groups at the time. The answer is no, but there was indeed tension based on ethnicity. These tensions escalated when Britain reintroduced the concept of Jewish state, which had originally been proposed by Napoleon in 1799. After Britain reintroduced the concept of Jewish state, Jewish migration to Palestine increased. Therefore, Palestinians' lives face ongoing challenge and difficulties till this day. It is understandable why Jewish communities sought refuge in Palestine at the time. Prior to Hitler's reign and his cruel action against innocent Jews, Europe still was not an ideal place for the Jewish community to live as they were mistreated and persecuted simply because of their Jewish identity. You may argue that the concept of Jewish state is not a recent thing, and you are correct. The idea of Jewish state has its roots in historical and religious factors dating back to the ancient times, when the land of Israel was regarded as the homeland for Jewish people. However, it is important to note that this does not imply that indigenous inhabitants would be subjected to massacres and forced displacement. It is a crime against humanity to massacre indigenous people, for that matter, any group of people. It is crime against humanity to displace indigenous people and systematically punish them. And it is a crime against humanity to deprive them of statehood. It is a crime against humanity to enact a law that might inflict physical and psychological suffering of a group of people. Palestinians have suffered enough for many decades. Justice for Palestinians. I will be back shortly. Thank you. Okay, welcome back. So far we have discussed about how Israel came to being and the suffering of Palestinians since the inception of the State of Israel in 1948. Now let us talk about justice for Palestinians and the International Court of Justice. What is the aim of International Court of Justice? The International Court of Justice was established right after the defeat of Adolf Hitler in 1945. To be specific, International Court of Justice was established in June 1945 by Charter of United Nations and began work in 1946. But the question is why there was a need for the formation of International Court of Justice. The purpose of the International Court of Justice, or ICJ, is to settle legal disputes between countries. It serves as the principal judicial organ of the United Nations and provides a forum for states to resolve their conflicts peacefully through legal meaning. The ICJ's main function includes interpreting international laws, issuing advisory opinions on legal questions referred by the UN organs or specialized agencies, and deciding contentious cases submitted by states voluntarily accepting its jurisdictions. Its aim is to promote justice, maintain international peace and security, and contribute to development of international law. I just wanted to make myself clear. I am not law expert, but I conduct research to support my claims about what the government of Israel is doing to the people of Palestine. In short, I am human rights activist. Returning to the question, to the main point, one of the primary goals of International Court of Justice is to ensure justice for those who have suffered from injustice. Palestinians have endured decades of injustice, and if the International Court of Justice fails to deliver justice for them, its credibility as an international institution will be called into question. It is crucial that the law is applied without any bias or favoritism. Now is the moment to demonstrate the court's fairness. It is an opportunity to showcase the international laws are universally applicable, treating all nations equal and without bias or preferences towards any specific country, irrespective of their cultural backgrounds or values. Now is the time to demand that Israel be held responsible for the suffering of Palestinians, and it is also time to hold the United States accountable for supporting and enabling Israel in its genocidal action against the Palestinians. I hope it is evident which countries bear the primary responsibility for the causing harm and inflicting suffering upon Palestinians. Support human rights and advocate for the people of Palestine. Recognize their humanity and demand justice for them. Now is the time to show your compassion, sorry, and now is the time to show your humanity. Stand with the people of Palestine. And thank you, and see you on the next episode. Stand with the people of Palestine. Stand for the sake of advocate the human right for the sake of humanity. Thank you, and have a good one.